Hello and good morning and welcome to my art studio. Today we're going to have a little arty vlog day. I've got some painting to do, I've got some orders to wrap and a few other bits and bobs to do. So first of all I'm going to start the day with my bowl of porridge that I've just made, and it's starting to go a little bit cold and stodgy now, so that's what I'm going to do now, is just sit and eat that and look at the window. It's been snowing all weekend but it's actually started raining now, so all the snow is starting to melt away, and maybe I'll introduce you to our snowman that we built. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, I have a couple of orders to wrap. The first one is this little watercolour that is sold from my website, and also I have the seascape, it's pretty large, called Overflow. So for all seascape lovers or flower lovers, there's plenty of original artworks which make the perfect gift, and you can check out those at my website katyjobling.com. I'll pop a link in the description box and also in the comment box as well. There's so many different ranges of sizes and subjects, so for anyone that you know is an art lover who also loves the sea or flowers, there's a lot of gift ideas there. Go and check them out. And so yes, I'll be wrapping up a couple of those orders. I also have this commission on the go. This is a wedding bouquet commission of a client, and it's a really beautiful bouquet. I'm absolutely so happy with the colours that I get to paint with because they are so beautiful, rich, like purples and greens, and those are part of my favourite colours ever, so I'm really excited to be working on that. I thought I'd show you some behind the scenes like sketches and swatches that I made. This was just a little compositional value exercise that I did just to make sure that the composition was going to work with the roses, because sometimes when you have a big painting full of the same subject, it's hard to create like that anchor points that draw in a viewer's eye, and it's actually a lot harder than it looks, because it kind of just looks like you just paint the flowers, but actually it's all about working out where you want those roses to hit those intersectional points on the composition rule. So those are the little sketches that I made, and that's kind of like the basis. Then I made some colour swatches and just did some like little practice roses just to kind of get a feel for the vibe that I want to put in the painting. So I'll show you the painting so far. I first of all did the compositional sketch with the paint and just made sure, like I said, that those roses were in the right place, and then ever since then I've just been adding the layers, adding the colours, just to kind of keep adding to the vibe basically that I want the painting to have. So I'm just working through layer by layer. I'm probably on layer like 2 or 3 at the moment. I'd say maybe halfway through. So there's lots of details still to add, lots of layers of paint. But yeah, I'm really happy with it so far. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. And I do have a couple commission slots open for next year too. So if you would like to inquire about getting either your bouquet commissioned or someone that you love bouquets commissioned, then just feel free to email me at shop@katyjobling.com and I'll get back to you with some prices and some ideas of when you can expect to have one done by, because it does book up quickly because there's only so many slots that I can release per year. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on next. Yeah, I'm going to grab myself a drink, I think, and I advise you to do the same. Get a nice warm drink of something soothing and let's paint. I thought I'd give you guys a little painting tip. Very often we can get overwhelmed with colour and we can want to add all the different colours, and it can end up in our artwork looking a little bit amateurish when there's too many vibrant colours going on and too many different colours going on. So something that I like to do to keep myself confined and contained within my colour, which really helps to set a great colour palette that is really condensed, which is often the best way with a painting, and that is just to squeeze out only 3 or 4 colours maximum. So here I just have purple, green and yellow basically, and I'm just trying to use that for my whole painting. And if I do need to mix colours into that, it'll only be very minimal. I keep that as like my base palette. So there's a little tip for you, whatever it is you're painting. Obviously it will depend what colours you use as depending what subject you are actually painting, but try and keep it to 3 colours minimum, 4 maximum. so I have another little painting tip for you, and that is when you're painting white, try not to use white straight from the tube too much. So we just want to keep it to the bare minimum. Now, I'm really guilty of doing this too much myself, and so I'm really going to bear it in mind with this painting. And this is actually a white rose, but as you can see, there's yellows, there's purples, there's greens, and I want to keep the pure white to a real minimum. That way, when you zoom out, you can create little condensed moments of white, and that will really be nice for the composition. Like you can see here, there's just a little tiny fleck of white, and here there's a tiny little fleck of white, and it's little moments like that that really make the painting, or will, when it's finished hopefully, will make the painting have a lot of depth, is when we keep the pure white to a real minimum, so we've got that really nice expanse of contrast. And so there you go, there's another little tip for you. Okay, so my last painting tip for you is, if you find that you've painted something and you want it to be a different colour, don't feel like you have to go straight in with all the paint and try and fix it quickly. Just take a deep breath and use something called a satin glazing liquid. This stuff is amazing for final layers when you want to like just change the colour or something. Obviously this is not a final layer yet, but I do want to show you how it works. If you just squeeze a little bit onto the palette, like a nice little like gloopiness, and then let's take a clean brush. I can just take some green and I can add some of this glazing liquid. It makes it a really nice translucent colour, and then say I want to just make this leaf a little bit darker green, I can add on this glazing liquid with the green inside, and it's a nice translucent layer, so you still get what you painted originally, you just can make it slightly darker. Now that's not added very much, but I can add even a little bit more to that just to make it even darker. And you can use as much of this and as little of this as you like. For a reminder, it is called Satin Glazing Liquid. You can use this as much as you want, it's just an extender, so it doesn't ruin the integrity of the paint at all. It just extends the paint so you can use the pigment and spread it over more surface area. So I'm going to carry on with this commissioned bouquet for a bit, and then I'm going to let it dry and I'm going to wrap some orders next. I feel like it goes without saying, but just in case, and because this is a client's bouquet, and please don't use it for inspiration for your own painting. This isn't a tutorial, and I do have plenty of flower painting tutorials if you want to go check those out on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm just going to finish off with this layer now, and then let's get packing orders. So it is now after dinner and we've got all the horses here. I thought I'd just quickly show you, it's so beautiful. And also from here you can see our snowman that we built yesterday. Unfortunately his carrot for his nose and his eyes have fell out, so he looks kind of horrifying now, but he's still there, and most of the snow has melted now. It's just kind of starting to flood a little bit. Also, something pretty exciting happened. I actually got my favourite artist to commission a portrait of me, and I wanted to show you guys. You ready? Just in case you're wondering, my favourite artist at the moment is my 3-year-old son. And this is his very special portrait of me, and I love it. Look at those luscious red lips. Got blue eyes, and I'm not sure what happens in my hair, but I actually think it's really awesome. I'm really seeing like an abstract expressionist artist emerging from him, and I'm excited to see his next work. So I wanted to share that with you. I've never been more proud. I love it. And the likeness is uncanny, you have to admit. So yeah, I was excited to show you guys that. Anyway, now let's wrap up this painting for my customer. And yeah, we'll get it all packaged up all nicely, ready to open. Yeah, and if you would like to check out any of the artworks on my website, then just go to katiejobling.com and you will find lots of original artworks and prints available for sale. So you can go and check those out. So for now, let's package this painting up. like to pop on some fragile tape just so that the postmen know that there's something fragile inside it. Hopefully they'll be more careful with the parcel. A good rule to think of when you're packaging a painting up is, would I trust a toddler to carry it down to the post office? And if the answer is yes, and you think the painting would survive inside, then that means it's probably packaged well enough. Of course, you never really know, but we're going to trust in the postal system. So I think that is it for today's vlog. It's getting dark, it's getting late, and I'm getting tired. But thank you so much for joining me today in the studio. It's been really nice just having you guys here to chat with. And before I go, I just wanted to remind you all that you can check out all the paintings available at katiejoplin.com. Being a small business owner, it can be difficult, but honestly, with the support of you guys, buying from my shop, buying my artwork, my prints, it means that I get to do what I love for a living, and that is amazing. So thank you so much for your support. Also, I'm kind of toying with the idea of having a little studio sale in January. So because I have so many like little paintings, you see all these little ones, there's so many like little studies that I've done, like out and about, plein air painting, and honestly like they're kind of just filling up the studio and they're not really part of a collection as such. So I'm thinking about, yeah, just having a little studio sale just to kind of like take some of the weight off my shoulders, because it kind of just gets a bit heavy with all the paintings around me. And I'd much rather them be enjoyed by other people. So if you would like the sound of that, then make sure to sign up to my mail list. I'll pop the link in the description box, and I'll pop a link in the comment section too, and you can kind of like sign up to get first dibs on anything, because I don't know for sure, it might just be like an email list exclusive only thing. I'll see how it goes and how easy it'll all be to set up. But yeah, if you like the sound of that, there'll be probably like artworks that you guys maybe have never seen before, so it might be quite exciting. So if you like the sound of that, you can just opt in with the link below, and yeah, you could be part of my mail list, and I'll let you know as soon as I have any more information about any of it. So yeah, thank you again so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!